The next mantra is real tongue twister.
So Lakshmi, you're feeling better now?
Yes, Guruji, feeling much better.
Yeah, you look, mantra is it?
Twister. Real tongue twister.
Yeah. Okay. Hariji, go ahead.
I had asked you a few weeks back in the group the difference between Tyaga and Sannyasa. Is it possible that it could be taken? Otherwise, you can take it whenever is possible.
No. I mean, we'll take it now. See, in our satsangs, generally, even though there is an immediate topic that is there in front of us, we take questions on that. But Vedanta is such a topic that now what happens, our life is turning. It's like turning, the ship is going in one direction. And now the ship is being turned, a massive ship. It's turning direction. It's turning direction. And so a lot of questions will come. Should come. How about this? How about that? Then what? Then how this? What about this? Should I lead a life? What kind of life? All kinds of things will come. And therefore, no question is out of bounds in this class, in the satsang. Correct? This is what I learned from Puja Swami. No questions out of bounds. People will ask him all kinds of questions. Abortion. What does Vedanta say about abortion? Question will come, right? Because now we are thinking. We're thinking. So now all the issues are coming. All world issues are all coming. And in some countries, it's a very big topic. It's an election topic. It's the only thing on which somebody wins an election also. Like that it is. So therefore, Hariji, not to worry. You can ask any question at any time. These are all relevant questions. Okay, what is the difference between Tyaga and Sannyas? That is the question. Okay, Tyaga is not Sannyasa. Sannyasa is Tyaga. That is one answer. Tyaga is not Sannyasa, but Sannyasa includes Tyaga. Okay, let me explain that. Tyaga is a general word for sacrifice. Okay, so Jiva Tyagaha. Our freedom fighters gave up their lives for getting freedom, for us to live happily for this country. Okay, Tyagaha. I gave up a very lucrative job in order to be with my family and took up a less paying job. Tyagaha, correct? Tyagaha. These are all examples of sacrifice. Any small sacrifice, big sacrifice, doesn't matter. Everything is a sacrifice. Okay. I gave up a good university and joined a mediocre university because I couldn't afford the fees for that university. Tyaga. Even though I was qualified to join that top university. Okay? Tyaga. All these are Tyaga. All of you know. I'm just giving you, that is Tyaga. But now the word Tyaga is connected to Sannyasa also. Therefore, the question arises, what is the difference between Tyaga and Sannyasa? Nyasaha. Nyasaha, sometimes they translate as Tyagaha. Okay? Nyasaha. Nyasaha is Tyaga, giving up. It's called Nyasaha. Nyasaha. And Sannyasa, giving up everything. It's called Sannyasa. Okay? Giving up everything. Okay. So that's the initial meaning of these two words, correct? Two words. What did the sannyasa give up? Hariji, what do you think sannyasa gave up? Sannyasi, what did he give up? She gave up.
He gave up all the desires related to the terrestrial world.
Okay. So
still holding the desire for the transcendental.
Okay. So sannyasa also has given, sannyasi has given up. First thing he has given up grihastha-ashrama and vanaprastha-ashrama. Because sannyasi means different ashrama. Right? So brahmachari, grihastha, vanaprastha and sannyasi. So the sannyasi has given up that ashrama. Grihastha. Let's say grihastha ashrama. That means a lot has been given up. Because a grihastha ashrama, so many things that can be done can no longer be done in the sannyasa ashrama. Right? A life can be led, you can pursue, you can start a business, you can own a house, you can do this, you can do so many things as a grihastha ashrama, as a grihastha, sorry. But the minute sannyasa comes, all that thing has to come to a full stop. Family given up. Family given up. That's a very big thing. Family given up. Family is a source of security. And that big source, one of the biggest source of security is given. Correct? Tyaga. That's definitely tyaga. Tell me which country has sannyasa ashram? Which country? No. No country, no religion talks about sannyasa ashrama because it doesn't apply. Even our Vishishta Advaiti do not believe in sannyasa. No, they really don't believe in sannyasa because sannyasa there's no place. You don't have to be a sannyasa to go to Vaikuntha. No, there's no connection. Okay. Therefore, right there, so much tyaga is given. Tyaga is done. Grihastha-ashrama tyaga is done. Okay. And then, yeah, finally, what you talked about, desires. Tyaga of desires, that is the toughest one. What desire for family is there, is given up. Desire for earning money. Sannyasa cannot earn money, really speaking. Has to quit jobs and all that. There's no question of doing a profession in order to get some money. No. I will live with whatever I have, whatever I get. This is sannyasa. This is the Yadricha, Bhagavad Gita. Yadricha lava santushtaha dvandvatito vimatsaraha. Yadricha lava santushtaha. I am happy with whatever I get. Sannyasi also needs, 2 or 3 meals per day because stomach is there. What can he or she do? Stomach is there. And so, Yadricha lava, whatever I get, I'll be happy with. That means what? It's a huge tyaga. It's a tyaga of saying, hey, a grihastha can say, isn't this boring? Shall we go to a restaurant today? Shall we go to the restaurant? No. Sannyasi cannot say that. Not that he is upset because, oh, I'm so stuck. No. You have to be able to. You've grown out of needing to go to a restaurant. Not growing out of going to a restaurant. Needing to go to a restaurant. That's what. See the difference there. Oh, I wish there was a Chinese restaurant nearby so I could sneak out and go there. This I wish is not there for a sannyasi. Tyagaha. Correct? So I'm just saying there's a general tyagaha. Then for a sannyasi, samyak tyagaha, you already mentioned all sacrificing all desires. Binding desires. Suppose a sannyasi says, oh, I like chocolate. Not a sannyasi, because no, he said, I like something. So he has now become a grihastha ashrama, right? Transfer. It is like a return ticket. First ticket to sannyasa ashrama, then return ticket to grihastha ashrama. Because he said, I like chocolate. No. It's not like that. I like chocolate means, hey, I still like chocolate. Even I'm a sannyasi, I still like chocolate, but I can stay away from having chocolates. In fact, I don't eat chocolates. I like chocolate, but I don't eat chocolate. That is also possible. Or occasionally I do have chocolates, sweets. Both are okay. So the desire means what? Binding desire. Without having A, B, C, I am incomplete. That idea is not there for a sannyasi. Therefore, samyak tyagaha, the idea that my purnatvam is dependent on something is given up. My fullness depends on something is given up. Why it is given up? How can you give up like that? Jnanena, by knowledge given up. Because I am full. Atma is complete. Everything is sustained by me, Atma. Everything has to come to me for existence. I give existence to the entire world. Therefore, this person is free. And therefore, to maintain the body, A, B, C, D are needed. But that has nothing to do with a binding desire. Correct? So that's how sannyasa has to be understood. Which involves tyaga, but not a physical tyaga. Really, even though there is a lot of physical tyaga, means giving up family and all, staying away from the family, all these things are physical, right? But yahan par kya hai? That is more important, right? I can stay away from my family, but I may be aching for my family here, correct? That is why we travel, but we have to come back home. When travel, come back home. Travel, come back. We can't handle very long separation. We can't handle. Little bit, I can go out, come back. And as a family also, I can go out, come back. Go out, and then how many days can I go? How long of a vacation can I take? 1 week? 1 month also you can take? Okay, take 1 month vacation. Then what? 2 months, 1 year vacation you want? Is that right? You went on a 1 year vacation? I've never heard of that. But if you want to take, but after that you have to come back home. East or west, home is best. So, sannyasa, therefore, is a very important ashrama in our culture. It's a prized ashrama. And that is why, because a person has taken to sannyasa, we worship that person. He's worthy of worship. She is worthy of worship, correct? For a person to say, I can live with whatever I get. So, I'll stop there, Hariji. If you have any follow-up questions, let me know.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, Maheshji, go ahead.
Namaste. Thank you for taking my question. I have a couple of questions. One is on this Bhaashyam for Sloka 12, Mantra 12. You talked about Maya, and we said Maya is Samashti Avidya.
Okay.
So, but earlier we also said Maya Sahida Brahmani Ishvara.
Okay.
So, how is this different or same? Because that's because avidya goes with Brahman, it becomes Ishvara.
Yeah. Yeah, everything in the world is Ishvara, including avidya. It's not like avidya is out there, Ishvara is saying, oh, I'm not going near avidya at all.
Avidya here is ignorance. Right?
Yeah, ignorance. Ignorance is also Ishvara. We can't say everything is Ishvara except avidya.
And in the previous slogan, we said Maya is Avyaktam, which is superior to Hiranyagarbha.
Correct. Correct.
So I'm a little bit confused. Why is this Maya same that, or is it a different definition?
Same Maya. It's same Avyaktam, same Maya. Maya is Avyaktam, Pradhanam. Avidya, many words are there for Maya. It takes on many words she has. And it's not like Maya is saying, I'm going to finish off all these people. Okay. And no, it's not like that. This is how it is. And so we've given the name Maya to her. Yamasa Maya. And so I don't see any contradiction at all anywhere. This is Avidya is Maya. So you tell me where you see contradiction.
Because we said, okay, Brahman is Nirguna, so it cannot do anything. So Maya only, so to speak, a doer, or make the Brahman doer, or with Maya then creates. So by corollary, are we saying Avidya is the doer?
Yeah. So Maya Sahita Brahma is Ishvara. We say that, right? Only then Ishvara can have Kartrutvam. Okay. Ishvara does not have Kartrutvam, but this apparent Kartrutvam,
With Maya,
Maya Sahita Ishvara, that is only then we can say Srishti Karta is Bhagavan and Srishti Sthiti Karta is Ishvara. Laya Karta is Ishvara. All we can say only because of Maya. Okay, because of Maya, only because Maya also is there, and Maya is not like Maya for us. We are a victim of Maya. We are under the spell of Maya. But Ishvara is not under the spell of Maya. So yeah, correct. Brahman cannot create anything. Correct. Therefore, Maya has to be invoked. And Trigunatmika Maya. Trigunatmika Maya.
but I find it a little bit difficult to comprehend that an avidya is the doer of everything.
Correct. So, see, that's the correct. How can ignorance be the doer of everything? How can ignorance create this world? Let's be blunt. Okay?
Well,
How
that
can
could be
ignorance?
like, I created, my perception of this world is avidya, you can say that.
So ignorance cannot create this.
My standpoint.
Ignorance, yeah. So ignorance cannot create the world. To create something, one has to be the word. Sarvasya karta sarvajna. Ishvara is all-knowing. Only the all-knowing can create the world. Okay. Now, when you bring avidya in, what we do is Atma is akarta. But it is avidya that makes me think I am a karta. And then therefore karma becomes very important in the life of a jiva. Okay. So that kartrutvam is caused by avidya. Correct? Kartrutvam is caused by avidya. Is that a correct statement?
Yeah, if you leave kartrutvam like sannyasi or something, you don't.
Kartrutvam is caused by avidya. Yes or no?
Yes.
Correct? Yeah. Yes. So avidya has that capacity, immense capacity, because that kartrutvam is what gives all this vyavaharika satyatvam. Okay. And so I don't see any contradiction there. See, I'm running away from the snake. Previously, I was calm and quiet. Now I'm running away from the snake. I'm running helter-skelter. Okay? All because what? Because of my own mistake. When I see a snake in place of a rope, then it makes me act. It makes me do stuff. Either there is a nivritti, in this case, running away from, or there is a pravritti, going towards. When I make a mistake, I can go towards something. They often give an example. Suppose you see you're walking in the airport, I give this example, or a railway station, and you see somebody, a good friend from a long time. Hey, you go towards that person. Then you realize, oh, I'm sorry. Pravritti. It creates a pravritti, or it will create a nivritti. So avidya creates that. Ignorance creates that. Ignorance is the cause of karma. Okay.
This is the
That's,
first time I heard the definition of samashti avidya is Maya. So that's,
this is the first time you heard it, right? Yes. That means we have come a long way.
so we haven't explained it like that. We went through samashti and vyashti, like Hiranyagarbha and all that.
Correct. 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 Yeah, you're right. We don't, this is one of the few instances where we mention. Yeah.
Another question is that in the Bhaashyam, towards the middle, Aho, Adigambira and all that, what is the Paramarthataha Paramartha Satatva Api Evam Bodhyamana? What is that Paramarthataha Paramartha Satatva?
Paramarthataha means essentially. Paramarthataha
means fundamentally.
Fundamentally, essential. Correct. Fundamentally. Okay. Paramartha Satatva. Paramartha Satatva. Tattva. Tattva means truth, essence. Satatva, along with the essence. Paramartha Satatva. Paramartha eva Satatva. This Paramartha Satyam. Okay, Paramarthikam. Essentially, you are that Paramarthikam, which is Paramatma. Yeah, that is the meaning. It's
that it is Paramartha. Means the fact that you are part of Paramatha is, even though being taught over and over again.
Essentially, the Paramartha Satatvaha means api evam bodhyamanaha. That essence, the essence of Paramatma being taught, the essential equality between essence of Paramatma that is being taught in what manner? Aham Paramatma iti bodhyamanaha. Like that.
Jivatma and Paramatma is saying, or essentially say.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So third one, into the Sambandha Bhaashyam, we talk about Gatihi, right? Going Gatihi and Agatya, Avagadya, going and coming back, right? So I was thinking that from the other like duality or Vishishtha Dvada, they could interpret this. See, that's why you go to Vaikuntha or somewhere, there's no return from there. That's what I mean, that's one way to interpret that.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. There are some popular mantras they hold on to. And
this I'm saying is easily, like, even though this is, Shankaracharya says as a Purva Pakshi, what I'm saying is this could be an argument. Just like that the previous one we said, with the two Atma enters your body and all that. So here also he said, hey, this is why we go there. It talks about it's only Gati.
Yeah. To interpret Gati as going to, then bring in other lokas.
And even though we defined Gati way at the beginning, under the Sadayar Dadoho, the second definition was travel, Gati.
Yeah, so I forgot to mention it actually. I had it in my mind to talk about it. And there, Sadair Dhatoho, Sadair Dhatoho, Visharana Gati Avasadanarthasya, Upani Purvasya, Kvip Pratyantasya, Rupam Upanishad iti. Correct? That's how it goes, I think.
The second meaning of Sadair Dhatu, Purvokta Visheshana Mumukshu.
Yeah, that's what I'm coming to that. So, Visharana is destruction. Destruction of samsara. Sad dhatu. And that is one meaning given. And Gati. Brahma Gamayatrutvena. There, if you look at the Bhaashyam, he will use the word Brahma. It is as though the Upanishad is taking you towards Brahma. It's carrying you, taking your hand and say, come, I'll take you. That is also the reason. Therefore, Upanishad can be called that way. Then what? Avasadaneshu, avasadanarthasya. Avasadana means Shitili I think he mentions it. Shaitili Karanatve. Loosening.
Loosening. That is the third difference.
Loosening. So loosening means what? The samsara is somewhat slackened. Oh yeah, we can have a nice time. The samsara is loosened. Means samsara is this, the severity of the samsara is temporarily taken off. And there Shankaracharya explains that meaning can be given to that second boon that Nachiketa asked for. Swarga Praptihi. And so therefore also you can call this as Upanishad.
What I thought was right at the beginning that the definition of Gati was set, right, which is not actual travel, but cognitive.
I'm not able to hear you. Say that again.
I'm saying right at the beginning itself, by defining Upanishad, that even though it has a meaning, Gati is there, but it's not a literal travel in the literal meaning. And it is basically cognitively you are moving towards
Yes. Yeah.
Brahman.
Avagatihi.
When having defined that, probably here it's already understood that it is not actual.
Yeah. So we have to connect it. Correct. You're right. We can connect it to that definition of Gatihi there. Yeah. That connection is. Now I had it in mind. Yesterday when I was reviewing, I had that in mind. But I forgot to mention it.
That's all.
Avagatihi eva gatihi iti upacharyate. Right?
Yeah, because in there also he talks about, he quotes a Upanishad reference.
Yes, he quotes for each meaning, he quotes, gives a reference.
18, 2, 3, 18.
Okay. There he quotes 2, 3, 18.
Right.
Okay.
And 2, 3, 18.
Yeah, Swargalokaha Amrutatvam Bhajante. That is the statement made by Nachiketa, I think. Sorry, that is 1:13. No, 2, 3, 18 is different. Okay.
Different.
Brahma Praptaha Virajo Bhut. Okay.
That's right.
Vimrutyuhu. So Brahma Prapti. Correct. He's looking for that word Brahma Prapti.
Brahma.
Reaching Brahman, he's looking for that word. Amazing how his mind goes everywhere, Okay, next question. Anything else, Maheshji?
Nothing, man. Thank you.
Vijayji, go ahead.
Hari Om, Guruji. Guruji, can we say Maya is also the, we have this Avarna and Vikshepa, right? The veiling and the superimposition. So that is Maya, right? Can we say it like that?
So when you say that is Maya, that power of veiling is Maya. Okay. That Avarana, that Shakti, that there is a Shakti that makes that cover possible. Is called
covering
Maya.
the Brahman. Brahman is covered with this the Shakti. And because of that covering, then we superimpose the world over it. Is that the understanding, right?
Correct. That is how it is. That's how it works. Avarana and Vikshepa. Vikshepa means projection.
And that is Maya. Is that
so that Shakti, that capacity which makes the Vastu concealed from me. There is a rope, but I'm unable to see the rope. There is a Shakti that prevents me from seeing the rope. And then immediately Vikshepa Shakti kicks in.
Which is also Maya.
Which gives me the capacity. I already have that capacity to project something. It's a Shakti. And I'm projecting some object, in this case snake, on that object, which there is no snake at all anywhere. but I have the capacity to do that. And then, of course, I have the capacity to respond to that perception. I project it and then I respond to it. Is it not? So amazing.
And both those Shaktis are what is causing this Maya.
Both those Shaktis are referred to as Maya. Shakti dvayam hi mayayaha vikshepavriti rupakam. The Maya has two constituents, Avarana Shakti and Vikshepa Shakti.
Okay.
Maya is manifest as these two Shaktis, like we say. Yeah. Shakti dvayam.
Dhanyavad. Just
Yeah.
clarify.
See, it is a Shakti because it is universal. Universal. Even for a single person, it happens, it's a Shakti. But this is happening universally to every human being. Therefore, she is not somebody who can be ignored.
But Guruji, there is a slight doubt that's coming. So one is you're seeing a rope and snake example. There is little bit of light to see the rope, right? It's not completely dark. If it's completely dark, you might not even see the rope. So there is a slight glimpse of the Brahman given to us, which is probably what we experience as some deep peace or bliss. Is that, can we relate it like that? To know that there is something which is the Brahman over which we have projected this world.
In the example, you can say that. In the example, when, wait, turn on the light, and then you turn on the light. Oh, who put this rope there? Who put this pipe there? Okay. You turned on the light and there is no doubt. Okay. Is this a way to put the pipe like this along the way? What happens if somebody slips on it and falls? All this knowledge comes, right? Now, for the example, you can say the rope is visible and the chant Brahman is visible and all you can say. But for Brahma, you can't say that. You can't say that. Brahma is never visible.
Right, feeling of knowing the Brahman, or not completely. No, the reason I'm saying that is in the example is given for some reason, right? So the snake is the rope is slightly visible, so you saw or you misunderstood it to be a snake. So for us also, if we have to really feel that Brahman over which the world is there, that slight glimpse of that Brahman should always be there inside, right?
Correct. Therefore, so let's analyze that. It's a good point. So you must have a vastu before you can project something on. In order to make a mistake, there must be something available to make a mistake on. Correct? That is a question. Answer is yes. Without something available, you can't make a mistake. I can't say there is an elephant there. Means there must be something like an elephant for me to say there is an elephant. All I see is some trees and buildings and all that, and there is nothing for me to make a mistake. Okay? I can say somebody's coming there and it turns out to be a tree. That's possible. It's in the dark. It's possible. Something has to be there. And what is there in my case? What is there? I exist. My existence is clear to me. That I is very clear to me. Okay? Nobody can say I don't exist. Not a single human being among the 8 billion people can say I don't exist, or I don't know that I exist, or I did not know that I existed. Now that you mentioned it to me, thanks for that reminder. I exist. Yes, I do exist. Let me pinch and see if I exist or not. Let me check with my wife if I exist. Nobody says that. Why? Well, because that existence is known to me. That rope in that example, in your example, is known to me in this case, always available and always available for a mistake also to be made. Because it's always available. There is no time when it is not available. And therefore, I am a sitting duck to make a mistake. Always available. I is known to me, is available to me, but what I am is not clear. And because I have to conclude something about myself, like I had to conclude something about that object that was there, I have to conclude something. Or I should at least say, I don't know what it is. That much at least I should say. Let me get a torchlight or something and let's look at it. At least that much I should be able to say. Before concluding, I'm not going to conclude. That's investigate. That also is a type of conclusion. For Atma, Atma is very much available. Yes, you said it right. I must be available. That is why in deep sleep, I don't. It is deeply mind is not operating. Therefore, the ability to conclude is not there in deep sleep. The minute I wake up, or even half awake, dream is enough. Mistake is made. Correct. You're right. There must be the vastu, the basic vastu must be there, on which I can make mistakes. So I hope all of you understood the question, right? The importance of the question. Yeah. So therefore, that's also there. If it is in a dark room, there's no chance of making a mistake. If I don't know, but that situation does not arise with me. There's never a time where I can't say I don't exist. I can't say that. And in a bright room also, you don't make a mistake. So when knowledge takes place, when I know who I am, then of course there is nothing. No question of mistake arises.
Dhanyawad.
Yeah. Yeah, Abhishek ji, go ahead.
Yeah, Jay Kumar ji, like I first came into know about Arsha organization through Swami Tadatmananda, whose free meditation, like it's very free and I have almost done through all the meditation this thing. So one interesting thing is each meditation he tells a mantra, correct? From Om Namo Vasudevaya or Gayatri mantra, Mahamrityunjay mantra, different mantra, correct? And then he asks to chant, correct? And then he says that you can use any mantra of your liking also. So that is one and through him, I'm not sure whether Swami Dayananda's also view is similar to that, but there is another view like the Shankaracharyas of the Mathadis. They tell that you cannot just chant any mantra. You have to get dikshit in a mantra by a guru. Then only, and even some people are not even authorized to chant certain mantras like Gayatri mantra or Mahamrityunjay or if it's a Vedic mantra, some people are not authorized to chant mantra. So what is the I think you talk about Acharya Parampara, correct? In your Vedic Acharya, both lines are coming from the same Acharya Parampara, but it's a different instruction for different set of this thing. So what's the how to assimilate both these separate viewpoints, which are quite drastic also.
Yeah. So there is the tradition. Tradition is the tradition is Vedic tradition. One has to be initiated to study the Vedas. To chant any mantra in the Veda, one has to be initiated. So that initiation has to take place. And so that Upanayana samskara is there. And that Upanayana samskara enables the person to begin the study of the Vedas. Okay. Even the Upanayana samskara is very interesting. You know why? See, it is like driving. Let me first tell the Upanayana samskara. He learns to chant the Gayatri during this samskara. Okay. Once the Gayatri is learned, then the person He is now qualified to study any mantra. The entire Veda he can study. He or she. Okay. That's how the tradition goes. No, but the problem is that, but how can he study the Gayatri because he's not initiated yet?
Yes.
Catch 22. Catch 22.
Mm.
So you have to be initiated in order to chant Gayatri, but you have to chant Gayatri in order to be initiated. It's a catch 22. So this is a catch 22. This samskara is a catch 22 samskara. Okay. And so they will softly chant Gayatri in the ear. The Guru will chant. Om Bhurvasva Tattvatyurenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Dhiyo. So the parents are supposed to teach. Therefore, the father is also brought. They'll put a big dhoti. They will cover the people, this entire family with dhoti. Mother and father are there, and this boy is a girl is there, and then the acharya will say, "Okay, you now chant this in the ear of that boy or girl." If the father knows the Gayatri mantra, that's good. Otherwise, the acharya has to say. So that's the catch 22. Okay, this is the tradition. Okay, this is the tradition. So anybody who has not gone through this particular samskara cannot chant any mantra, any Vedic mantra. This is the tradition. Now, and many ashrams follow the tradition. Some ashrams will make some exception. No, these mantras you can chant. You don't study the Vedas, but you chant certain mantras like Trayambakam Yajamahe Sugandhim Pushtivardhanam. Because Acharya there believes in it and considers that mantra to be important and considers that everybody should know it. Women also should know it, they will say. That is one type. Sometimes in the ashram they'll say you should not do anything. Okay, then chant these mantras. Some ashrams will say you do the samskara and then start chanting it. Women also have to do the samskara. There are some ashrams which will give the Upanayana samskara to the women also. Girls also. And there are some ashrams where the Guru will say that just learn. Since you are in the ashram and you are going to be here for some time, you learn all these mantras. Means what? Means that Swami there is the pramanam for that practice. Correct? When the fact that the Swamiji said it implies that I am now, anybody is qualified to chant those mantras. The qualification is given by the sannyasi. The sannyasi has the ultimate signing authority, like the prime minister, the ultimate signing authority for anything, right? Like that, the sannyasi has the authority. Has the authority. He is not changing the tradition. He is saying, in my ashram, you can do this. So that rule had to be followed only in this ashram. He will not go outside and give that edict. He will not do that because people who follow him, they understand it. They follow that particular practice. So there's nothing wrong. We don't see this as opposed, opposites, contradictory, etc. We see that as like in our households also. Some things we do in our household which others don't do. That's because my parents used to do it, etc. We say, perfect. So that's the way we see it, Abhishek. We don't see any contradictions. There is a tradition. Yeah, in the tradition overall, it is like this. But there are exceptions to the rule. And the exception cannot be created by anybody. Anybody cannot come and say, I will create an exception for all of you. Or for myself. We like to create exceptions for ourselves. We're all exceptions, right? No, we cannot create exceptions for ourselves. But a person like that, a sannyasi, somebody who's looked upon as a guru, has the right, when exercised properly, responsibly, it can be considered as a praman.
So you told about that samskara which a boy goes, correct? So suppose like we were done with that samskara when we were 8, 9 years, correct? That time we didn't understand those things. So we didn't chant the Gayatri maybe over say 20, like 30, many years have passed, 25. We didn't follow that, correct? And maybe we have done something, we are in corporate world, like some bad activities maybe also we have done, correct? Are we still qualified for that, or because we have not actually, after that Shankara happened, we sometime follow on and off, but majority of the 25 years we are away from that, correct? So do
Right,
we have to initiate, or what's the
right, right.
yeah.
So the good news is, once you're initiated, you're initiated. You don't have to wait to start chanting anything. You just have to find a teacher. If you don't know how to chant already, you just have to find a teacher who can teach you and then go for it. Okay, go for it. That's it, because you're already initiated. But if you're not initiated, then options, like I've said, you can get initiated. There is no age limit for getting initiated. There is only a younger age. Even there, there's a limit sometimes for 7 years was the norm, but 6 years, 5 years also, if the child is considered to have that capacity, will be initiated. Those days it was like that. So now, if you're already initiated, there is no need for a reinitiation. You just need a reactivation. It's like you lost your password. And so you click here too if you lost
So
your password.
reactivation can be done by own, correct? Again, you don't need to go and like perform all the Vedic rituals for that, correct?
Yes, correct. So reactivation, if you know how to do it yourself, you can just do it. You don't look for any time and place. Just start. Today is a good day to start. Okay, like that. So our rishis will be very happy. They'll say thumbs up. They'll say, hey, we got one more person. Otherwise, then of course we have Pancha Mahayajna.
Okay, thank you, Jacob.
Yeah, Raghavanji.
Namaste, Guruji. So we were talking about Maya, Maya Shakti, which is like avidya at the human micro level. And the reason for this avidya is the raga, dvesha, and rajoguna. You mentioned about rajoguna also, right? Is it correct, Guruji? Like we talked
Reason
about
for what?
raga, dvesha,
Reason
avidya.
for
Avidya, which is at the micro level, right? Micro level avidya. Raga, Dvesha, and Rajoguna. So
what is your question?
yeah, so this Rajoguna is something like we have to have it like 0%. Like you said, normally we cannot have 0% of Rajoguna, right? In anybody, it will be a combination of maybe a majority of percentage will be there. Like for a Kshatriya, the Rajoguna will be higher percentage in that manner, right? So Rajoguna is something we cannot eliminate 100%, correct? So are we talking about any threshold here, or is it like we have to completely eliminate Rajoguna to attain to reveal the Atma? Is it like we need to eliminate it completely?
Yeah. So Trigunatmika Maya. Maya is a package deal. All three gunas will be there. Okay. So there's no question of removing one guna and all that. Not possible. You can only enhance, you can only highlight, you have the choice to invoke a particular guna. Okay. And so Sattva guna is there. Vicharaha is Sattva guna. This what we are doing now is Vichara, an inquiry, an understanding. So Sattva guna is very active right now. Very active. But the minute you turn off the Zoom, you have to get up. You have to get up because we've been sitting for 2 years here, 2 hours now. So we have to get up. Okay, there is no chance. The Rajoguna. Rajoguna has to kick in, otherwise you can't get up. Because getting up is purely physical and it requires some energy to get up, and that is Rajoguna. So therefore, there's no question of eliminating Rajoguna and all that. All three gunas are needed. One has to go to sleep, Tamoguna active. Thanks to Tamoguna, we can go to sleep. For some people, that is affected. Tamoguna is not constantly watching some TV show, this, that, etc. They can't sleep in the night. Why? Because that Rajoguna or whatever Tamoguna and all, that's a different kind of Tamoguna. It's so active and can't go to sleep. Tamoguna has to kick in order for us to go to sleep. Really. Tamoguna has to even go over Sattva-guna. Correct? So therefore, that's a fine balance. Throughout the day, that balance changes. By night time, Tamoguna active. Morning time, Sattva-guna is supposed to be active. Supposed to be. Okay? And so nothing wrong with it. That's how it is. That's how the play is. No need to get idealistic and all. We should not get idealistic. Oh, I have to eliminate Tamoguna and all. You should not say all. Every guna is useful. It has a purpose. Yeah.
So here Shankara is saying to reduce it. Just reduce
Correct.
as much as possible. Is it?
So, no, yeah, when it comes to the Shastram, Sattvasto Bhava, like that Krishna tells, like that Shankara comments in one of the slokas in Bhagavad Gita. Sattvasto Bhava means be committed to knowing the truth. Be committed to Dharma. You're supposed to fight right now, and you're saying you're running away. Sattvasto Bhava. Think about Dharma. Don't start doing things just because it is inconvenient to you. I will do what is convenient to me. Tamoguna. I will do only what is convenient to me and not what is inconvenient. If I think like that, yeah, I can't even take care of my own health. Sometimes to take care of our own health, we have to go to the doctor. Nobody wants to go to the doctor. Is there anybody who says, I feel like going to the doctor today and telling him hi? Thanks to him, I've had a good health. Even to say thanks, we don't go to see the doctor. The doctor sees you. He knows. Okay, problem is walking. Okay, so therefore, yeah, that's how it is. Even a sannyasi, even a jnani, yawning. Why? Because the body is demanding rest. Body is demanding. It's not like sannyasi says, I have to take rest. But the body is slowing down. What to do? The rest, the time to take is 11 o'clock in the night already. And so that's how the system is. Raghavan.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, thank you.
So this is a good question because it's all these confusions come from all these books and all these translations. Tamo gunam ko maar dalo. And then isko nikalo, usko nikalo. All kinds of words you see. And rag dvesh ko, just uproot raga and dvesha from your whole system.
Mano nashaha.
Man ko nash karo. This is the best part. I like this very much. Man ko nash karo. This is very good because that is how all industries start. Because mano nash. Everybody is wanting to do mano nash. Poor mind.
Come from yoga, Ashtanga yoga. Misinterpreting.
Then mind comes to sannyasi. Mind says, Swamiji, everybody wants to kill me. Mano nash karo, mano nash karo. Do something. I need some moksha, some help I need. So, good. Yeah. Anything else? Thanks, Raghavan.
Guruji, on that Upanayana Samskara, I have heard that father who does the Upanayana Samskara should have completed Laksha Gayatri Japa, then only he becomes eligible to give Diksha to his son continuously just before the Upanayana Samskara. So father saying, I do not know, Acharya, you give the Japa is not valid.
So in our, the Panditji gives the, I don't know, we have our Kula, this thing, correct? Kula. The village one will come and do the ceremony. And during the Brahmacharya, we have 3 days after that. So he will come and teach you how to chant. I don't remember whether my grandfather or father, but what I remember is that village priest will come during your Brahmacharya 3 days where you are secluded, allowed only to eat fruits and all, and then he will teach you to, he comes every day, morning, evening, and teach.
I think delegation started much ahead.
Now, somebody came from America to India, to meet parents and other things. And then some Homa was happening. So Homa, he wanted Ganapati Homa or something. Then process started and he was also doing things. And then the Pandit said, in between there is something called pranayam. Pranayam, like Om Bhuhu, Om Bhuvaha, Om Savaha, like that. There's a mantra. So then the Pandita was very, very compassionate. He said, this guy comes from America. So I kind of know, I've seen a lot of people coming from America. And so hold your nose and do pranayam. So this guy holds the Pandita's nose. What should you do? Tell me what will you do if this happens in your home? Somebody's home. You feel like running away or staying or what? You don't know. Or you just bang your head against the wall. You don't know. Because that's how it is. This is Maya. This is called Maya. Maya can do anything. She is ready to do anything. We may not be ready to do anything, but she is always ready. Always ready. So we don't know, Abhishekji, we don't know what is right, what is wrong. Panditji does it. But if you ask Panditji, he will say, no, those days we used to do it like this. These days, because people don't have time, we have cut short everything, cut short. And now just very fast, super fast.
So how many laksha, you told Narayanji, how many laksha the father should complete? 1.
Laksham is 300 days of Trikala Sandhya.
Okay.
Or
No,
continuously
let me complete that, then I will give to my son then after that. Let me put the
Obviously,
target.
because only father can give, it cannot be Acharya, because father is the guru.
Okay.
Right?
Okay.
Acharya is not the guru.
So father will give, so I have to make a target of what is the 1 laksha jap? 1 lakh.
1 laksha Gayatri Japa.
Okay.
So why each japa is 108?
Not necessarily father, anyone who has done that. Can
See,
be
basically the Diksha is by a guru, right? So who's the status of the guru there in the family? Father, mother of the gurus, right? So Diksha has to happen through them.
If the father is not there, anyone senior can give.
Correct. Then somebody else takes the role.
So my advice is start doing your japa. Start doing your Sandhya Vandana. And keep doing it. It's not like you have to count a certain amount. No. The count is given to give you that Shraddha. That, okay, for a particular, you must be doing for some time. And that some time means, how will you do it? Okay, so many number. We're all number people, we're all bean counters. So we like numbers. And so, but what is there? It means a particular length of time, you must have a nishtha. So you believe in the mantra, you are connecting with Vishwamitra Rishi or your rishis, and then that connection is established. And so the parampara is established. Then now you can say, yeah, I want to give it my son. Then it works. And the son will get it. He will get the Shakti from you, and then he will carry it forward. That's the idea behind it. So
Guruji, we are also planning to do a Chandi Homa sometime during August.
Okay.
So we just finished our learning of, not learning, I can't say finished learning. We started learning, but the teaching has got concluded by our Veda Guru of Durga Saptashati.
Okay. Yeah.
Chandi Homa is a fairly big Homa, so we're planning it on August 15th. So there as a prerequisite for the Chandi Homa, our Guruji said that Navavara Chandi Parayana has to be done, which he said he will do it because he has got Diksha to do it.
Right. Yeah.
So that way.
Correct.
So we have planned this on August 15th, Guruji.
So that course is over, no? That's what you're saying. It's over or getting over?
He has started the Parayana. Now we can do the Parayana on our own. Interested people who want to take Diksha, he is ready to give Diksha also for the Navarna mantra.
Yeah.
So Jaykumar, how does it work? We can take different mantras from different gurus. Like we can take 20 mantras from 20 different gurus, or I have taken Gayatri mantra, so that is my primary. And let me go. So what's the again injection there? I can take Chandri mantra, then Ram mantra, then Shri Vidya mantra, Shri Vidya that Diksha. What's the
See, I'll tell you what the rule is. Okay? You can figure it out. If you take many mantras from many people, when you're chanting, okay, Rama Nama, Krishna will get upset. This guy is favoring Rama. Then next, when you do chant Krishna, then Ganapati will get upset. Because you are ignoring Ganapati today. He not even thought about me. It's been 2 days now. And he not thought. So he will get upset. So in the end, what will happen is
But all are
everybody,
same, correct? All are same ultimately. Who is Krishna? He is Ram, he is Ganesh,
therefore,
he is
if all are
Durga.
therefore, if all are same, why should you have to go to 20 gurus and learn 20 different mantras? You have to decide then. That means you are confused. You are saying, I want to learn 20 mantras.
No,
Then now you are saying,
sometime I might want to worship the Shiva aspect of God. Sometime I might want to worship the Durga aspect of God. Sometime I might want to worship the Nirgun aspect of God.
so therefore, this is the Sampradaya is you can worship anybody. You can worship anybody you want. Ishta Devata is there. Those who prefer some one Devata highly, they have an Ishta Devata. Even those with an Ishta Devata will worship others because during Krishna Janmashtami only worship Krishna. We don't worship Shiva during Janmashtami. I mean, you can worship Shiva. It's not like wrong. But that's why we have all these festivals. Utsavas are there to highlight one particular Devata. Okay? So therefore, you can worship anybody at any time. But a mantra's purpose is entirely different. Japa. Purpose of japa is what? Is to learn to focus the mind. Is to bring all these optionality to rest. Bring the mind to focus. Already I know that Devata, all Devatas are one, if I say. But this is the crux of Vedanta itself. So let my mind come, give me the ability to understand these crucial statements of the Vedas, Mahavakyas. That is the purpose of the japa. So you take one japa and then one mantra and do it. So next time what happens, if you keep doing that mantra, it will get easier and easier to get absorbed with that one mantra, correct? Now, if you break that with so many other mantras, then what happens? You are getting used to each mantra every time. And our Shastra will not ask you to do that. Nowhere in the Shastra will say you learned 20 mantras from 20 people. It is not the tradition. Why 20 people? You go to the person who really connects with you, from whom you are getting the energy, you are getting the knowledge, for who is unfolding the Shastram. That's my guru. You make up your mind. This is going to be my guru. And then take the mantra from that person. Correct? Over, because finally we want jnana. We are not committed to any one particular devata. Is devata a goal in our life or jnanam goal in our life? Devata is not a goal. Purushartha is moksha. Moksha is the purushartha. Not devata pujanam. Devata pujanam is a sadhana. Devata japa is a sadhana. And therefore, sadhanam is not to be confused with sadhyam. Therefore, take one or two mantras and then slowly cut it all down to one mantra. Cut it all down to one. That must be our goal. Nobody should get upset. No guru should get upset. Oh, you're not chanting my mantra. You're chanting his mantra. That means that is a good sign that you should run away from this guru. He's not a guru. So anyway, that's the way we look at it, Abhishek. So nothing. I mean, if you have many mantras, that's fine. You can chant whatever mantras. But in time, cut it all down. Cut it all down and then bring it to just one mantra. One mantra is best. That is why this Upanayanam is a good samskara, because it teaches us just that one mantra, Gayatri mantra. That's it for life. And after that, a guru can give another diksha also based on what based on what the goals are, etc. And so that new mantra can supersede the Gayatri mantra. But the Gayatri mantra cannot be given up until one takes sannyasa.
Okay.
Vedas gives the Gayatri mantra, only the Vedas has to take away the Gayatri.
So if we have Gayatri mantra, that is enough, correct? Means for lifetime it is enough. Like
Absolutely, it's enough, definitely enough. And yeah, Swamijis will give diksha to people. Sometimes people who have never done Gayatri Japa, so they need a mantra. People who already do Gayatri, sometimes Swamis will say, continue the Gayatri Japa, increase the number, increase the time you are chanting every day. That's enough. Then that increases that helps the person. All these possibilities exist.
okay.
Yeah. Om Namo Bhagavate Dhanvantaraye Amrita Kalashahastaye Sarvamaya Vinashanaye Trailokyanathaye Shri Mahavishnave Namaha.